He deserves something.
Okay. Don't worry.
No,
I'll give him
an
a cap or
OG.
something. I'll give him a cap or something.
You must give him a cap, right?
But he still owes me.
Wait.
We're not gonna get into that. The third one is touchline.
Touchline. That's such an for me.
Wow. Who's saying? You're my sister. What did
He's
he
my
say?
favorite. Like, honestly, he's my favorite person in the industry. Like I said, I used to. Well, I still love old school type of rap.
Yeah.
And my favorite person was Tupac, but also the game. But one of the more, hood and all that. So I felt like Touchline was one person that was really telling a story in these streets, because there was, for a long time, I've been hearing a lot of noise in the music
How much I have
industry.
and all that.
Do you understand? And he was really telling stories. He was resonating with a lot of people. Ekasi. So those type of things is what I love when it comes to music and what I love listening to. So he was real for me. So I was just like, he's the first person that's real and is in this generation and whatever. So when I got to meet him for the first time, it was even worse. I was just like, oh my goodness, he's such a proper dude, and he appreciated me for appreciating his craft, which I loved, And when we met, he's like, bro, don't worry, I got you, type of thing. So
shout out to Touchline.
Shout out to Touchline.
Shout out. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So where do you see your music career in the next 5 years or so?
Yo, in the next couple of months, like, I need to be big. 5 years, I need to be bigger. There's a lot of people.
I like that. Yeah.
So there's a lot of people that I want to work with, but obviously the feature that is my dream feature would obviously be Touchline, for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
And other people would be like, but he said he got your back. Why don't you just do a song with him now? Listen, Touchline got bars, okay? So I need to drill myself. I need to put in the hard work so that when I'm on a song with him, it's not a thing, Yoguti, he's doing me a favor. Do you understand? He mustn't body me, No, I don't want favors. I want to earn my stripes. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So when I'm on a track with him, they must be like, yo, that girl. Nah, females no.
Ernesto.
Females.
Nah.
Wow.
No.
Not even no Digo what?
No.
Wow. Okay, cool. What I'm sad known.
Nah, I don't want any bad blood. We still got to make music, but I'm not scared of any female in the industry. Honestly, because I feel like with the work that I'm putting in and my bars and how lyrical I am, I feel like I'm bodying a whole lot that are big right now.
Okay.
So...
Wow. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, please, no. I love your music. I'm not saying you're like whack or anything. No, you're not. Great music, but I'm not scared. There is no need to be scared.
Walking at 9. Sorry.
Okay,
But
cool. 9 o'clock.
My day starts at 9. Usually I will then start with the showrunner. So what will typically happen is the week before we'll plan for the next week.
Okay.
So when I walk in, let's say it's a Monday, I already know what the topic is for that Monday.
Okay.
Then I will then start my research on the topic. I will find articles. I'll have conversations in the office. Banzeba, I'm that person. I'm like, yo, when is Mang? What is your situation with this?
Wow.
And that's where I get my content a lot of the time.
And your
is
angle,
from
of course.
Yes.
Okay.
Is from just conversations with people, how they also interpret the information and the content piece. Once I've gathered all of that, I then put together a showrunner. Showrunner is literally hot clock, the show. 3 hours, this is what it's going to look like. Put
Okay,
that
at least
together. Boston taught
you that. Yeah. Hot clock. You remember that, right?
No, he wasn't. He wasn't there.
I'm sure
I don't know. Moving
The only
along.
time I saw him, I didn't know those were doing our final assignment where we have to record a whole show.
Wow.
He was present there. He was present
You
there.
know, it's not choice. You literally had
He had to be there.
Where I needed to work, I was there.
But now my question is, where were you? Like when we were at school learning as learners, what were you doing?
I was following my passion.
Alright, passion, you man. Okay.
He's an artist. He's an artist.
You
And
see?
Enes Prince. His name is Enes Prince. Check out his music. Yes. Hot Clock.
Hot Clock put that together, mail it out to everybody.
Who's everybody you know?
So production, producers,
Whoa.
news department, digital, SNP.
Why are you sending to news?
Because sometimes I don't know. You told me. I can't follow instructions, guys. It
News.
Yeah. Literally every department gets it, just not you.
Wala khala somebody. Khala get born.
I'm glad you picked up.
You're not gonna get my email tomorrow. I mean on Monday.
Nah, kere HR guys, guys. Like, nowhere to knock.
Okay, coolio. Do you only wanna produce content for radio, or you wanna go to TV?
I don't want to box myself into anything.
Mm-hmm.
So if the opportunity ever came where they're like, hey, Kamu, do you want to content produce for a TV show? Damn straight, yes.
You gone.
I'm doing it. Kamu, do you want to go ride a rocket to the moon? I'm like, yes, let's
Dilapo,
go.
yeah.
Like, I don't want to box myself to anything. I don't want to say I'm one thing. I remember there was an interview with Usizwe that I did when he was introducing me as Kamu the intern. He literally was like, what do you want to do, dog? Like, what is the end goal here?
Wow.
And I was like, look, I don't want to be a one-trick pony in this game. Hey man, we need a girl that can. I'm like, I can do it. Do we need a person that can? I'm like, I can do it. We need cut audio. I'm there. You need what? I'm there.
Nice.
So that's literally where my mindset is.
He's currently at Star FM.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, Nkosi Mnisi, Dimila Nana,
Sheesh.
Thabo, Yvette.
So all these people in J, they had your back.
They had my back. And VOW is not just a place for you to grow within your career. It's a place that you come to grow as a person. You understand?
Yeah.
You know the conversations you and I always had. You know, you grow as a person. You think, oh, okay, this is how you can look at life in a different way. This is, you understand? So, yeah, that's why I stayed. Mainly because of the culture, because of the people, and yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, why content producing? You could have done other things. You know, there's marketing, there's tech. You know, you're here. You might as well learn other things.
Yeah.
Did you even learn other things?
So I think my downfall as a person is if I don't know something, I'm scared to try it.
Wow. You tell me kanje.
Hey, brah, yo, kabang so embarrassed lapaya. I still remember when I came to VOW, Gwitch was like, okay, this is desk training.
Oh yeah,
Cool,
Genesis
cool.
and all
Genesis, what? I came. I
Did you
was
do the stress
excited.
test?
I did the stress test. I failed. I failed. Yo, I don't know how. They're gonna. Oh, okay, I'm not
You're out already.
I'm not already. But I did the stress test and I failed.
Wow.
I tried again.
I failed.
I failed. Same mistake. I just didn't press the play button on the CD player.
So you were able to root.
Yes, I rooted everything, but I just didn't press play. So there was,
For how long?
yeah, I don't know, Quich can tell you, because Quich also that time, he made me very anxious, yeah, but, what was your question? I even forgot.
I said, did you try other things?
I
besides content producing?
I did. The technical aspect, I did. Marketing, I've never immersed myself into that. I think for me it was, I'm a content producer.
That's it.
That's what I specialize in.
Wow.
You know, so I'll excel in this so that when I leave VOW, they can say, yo,
She
we've
killed
lost
it.
and she's killed it. You understand? Yeah.
Did they say that?
I'm saying it. You saying it. Say it so I can
Yeah,
say
man.
it. Yeah.
Oh, they lost the goal, did they, man?
You see, they said it.
Wow.
No, but they did. They did.
Okay,
And,
cool.
Yeah.
So Vara FM, I don't know if they know, but I know you know that you
Yes.
don't get paid. You're here just to get the skills. you know.
Yes.
So basically, you are a volunteering,
Yes.
right? So, what's the importance of volunteering?
Sure. It's very easy for me to say.
Because uthole imali ekhaya.
Yes, it's very easy for me to say never give up because, like,
You're already through.
yes, I'm already through. You understand? It's important. I can say that. You understand?
Yeah.
But one thing I always tell Thabo, these are my colleagues or former colleagues. You see, I work somewhere else, but I'm still referring to them as my colleagues, my family. But I always say, I know this sounds so cliche, ne? I really know, but if you have a certain goal,
Yeah.
follow it through. And it doesn't matter if you start at the bottom. Just work your way up. And how do you work your way up? By asking questions, by learning from other people.
Knowing where to press play.
Yes, I was actually getting to that.
Yeah,
Now it's time to switch it up, where's Zulu,
Yeah.
and get to where I needed to go. And I think much like a lot of young South Africans woke up at the crack of dawn, got to work at like 7 o'clock before everyone else.
True.
And now you're expected to, concentrate and be productive for the entire day when
Uthule
you've been
kanako,
on the
man.
road for about 2 hours before you get to work.
Sure.
Right? And then after that, you need to be leaving the office at 5 when everyone knocks off.
Ofihla kanako mang high.
Ulofihla letsatsi le diketse hape. So there's never a time where you're actually
Jesus.
outside during the day unless you're at work.
Yeah.
Like utsama in the morning, pele letsatsi le tjhaba, o kgutla letsatsi se
Se
le diketse,
diketse.
and you're just like, wow. So it was a really terrible time. It was a really tough time. But after that, to say that those were the external factors that I really didn't enjoy. But being inside the institution, wow.
Best.
It was amazing. I learned so much about radio and broadcasting that I realized that broadcasting is beyond just being behind the mic. And
yeah.
saying, hi, this is my name. You're listening to, tune in for the next 3 hours. I realized that that's just tip of the iceberg. You know
There's
what I mean?
more behind
There's
the
a
scenes.
whole lot more. So that's how, like I when we're having a conversation earlier, I said to you that you don't find radio finds you.
You
right?
grew up listening to radio.
Yes. So my dad used to, well, like I said, both my parents work for a public broadcaster, which is SABC.
Serious?
Right?
And
So-
nurse teaching and then matala radio.
Exactly. That's why
Just
I said unconventional stuff.
Okay.
So my mom was basically behind the scenes like I am. She used to work
Please tell your
in-
mom I don't have a job.
I mean, she doesn't work there anymore. She's retired now. She's old.
She said connections, man. There are connections.
So she worked in radio sales and marketing, right? Which is basically what I do now. And then my dad worked for, at first, what was called Radio Bantu. That then moved to Sesotho Stereo. That later then moved to Lesedi FM. So
Sheesh, I didn't know. I only know Ukozi was Radio Zulu before Ukozi.
Sesotho Stereo was Lesedi
Hele,
before.
kopa
So I
tshwara le
grew
Basotho ba
up
heso.
knowing that my dad worked on radio, like tuning in. So on my birthday, the most special things used to happen on my birthday. So there
Presenters
was
would come through,
this- No, not even. It was
Okay.
just like a special moment that I had at home. So on my birthday is in December. So most of the time I wasn't at
Welcome to
school.
the club.
So what would happen is that my mom would call the people at Lesedi, right? To be like, hey, ngwanaka wa hola kajeko,
Okay.
right? And then you would hear what they would then call, I mean, at that time was an announcer, but now we call a presenter, would then say, Marona Siekane is turning 10 today. It was the best time ever.
Who said that? Wasn't that the Tusu?
excited. No, it was Mema Munta, I think, at the time.
I've heard that name
Yeah,
before. Yeah.
Mema Munta. She would be the one, I think, who did 9 to 12. And she would say, "Maruna siekane wa hola kajeko re mo lakaletsa mahlonolo," and it would just be, it feels so special because my name is being said on radio.
So they'll tell you, you need to
right?
listen around this time.
Yes. And then
Hey, batswadi bao.
me ana
Best test.
ananghodisa, right? She knew that at this time we need to
Listen to the radio.
Listen to the radio. So hore ngwanaka a tlo utlwa,
Taba tse
lebitso la
monate.
hae. Yes. So that's what would happen, right? So I grew up in the radio space not knowing that,
You're gonna end up.
I'd actually fall in love with it.
So who decides when I got radio straight?
Basically, I'd go with my dad because he would record voiceovers, and so I'd go with him to the studio. After he picked me up from school, would go to the studio because he had to record now. And then, you realize, oh, okay, this is what happens here. See these people, Wantate Chomani, Wantate
Chomani,
Tuso.
Choma.
You know what I mean? Those are the people, those are the faces that I grew up around.
Yay.
You know?
Maruna to a whole man.
So from then on, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Radio bug has bitten me. Now I know so much about radio. And what's nice is that after I learn all of these things, right, I'm able to go home and speak to my parents and be like, this is what I learned today. This is when I was at the Y Academy. This is what I learned. And they'd be like, oh, yes. And they'd explain to me further. And it was just a really exciting time.